The students of MSc 4th Sem, today we are focusing the important bit associated with the genetics entitled sex-linked inheritance. In Mendel's crosses, sex make no difference in crosses, but the Mendel's law are not applicable on the genes which are exclusively located either on X or Y chromosome. It has been observed that the genes occurring only in the X chromosome are represented twice in female and once in male. If the recessive type of genes occur in X chromosome of male, they express themselves phenotypically, because in such case Y chromosome contain no dominant allelomorph to overcome the recessive gene of X chromosomes. The genes which are exclusively on X chromosome are called X-linked genes, while the genes which are exclusively occur in Y chromosomes are called Y-linked genes or Hollandric genes. In XXXY type of organism, the sex-linked genes are classified in following types. The first type is X-linked, second type is Y-linked, and third type is XY-linked. First type, the X-linked type of sex-linked inheritance is performed by those genes which are localized in the non-homologous section of X chromosome and that have no corresponding allele in Y chromosomes. X-linked genes are commonly known as sex-linked genes. Second type, Y-linked. The Y-linked type of sex-linked inheritance is performed by those genes which are localized in the non-homologous sections of Y chromosomes and have no alleles in X chromosomes. The Y-linked genes are commonly known as Hollandric genes. In Greek, holos means whole and andros means man. While in third type, XY-linked, the XY-linked type of sex-linked inheritance is performed by those genes which are localized in homologous section of XY chromosomes. Now, the sex-linked inheritance in man, in human being, more than 150 confirmed probable cases related with the X-linked traits are known. More of these are recessives. Certain well-known examples of sex-linked inheritance in man are color blindness, hemophilia, and hypertrichosis. The first case is the color blindness. In human being, a dominant X-linked gene is necessary for the formations of the color sensitive cell called cones in the retina of eye. According to trichromatic theory of color vision, there are three different types of cones, each with its characteristic pigment that react more strongly to red, green, and violet light color. The recessive form of this gene is incapable of producing the color sensitive cone, and the homozygous recessive females XCXC and hemizygous recessive male XCY are unable to distinguish between these two colors. Detailed studies indicates that there are two closely linked gene loci, each with several multiple allele controlling the color-blind trait. Lack of colorable pigment in retinal cone result in inability to observe green color. This defect is known as ditrochromia or diton color blindness, while lack of erythrolabile pigments in the retinal cone results in inability to observe red color. This defect is known as protochromia or proton color blindness. The inheritance of color blindness is studied with the following examples. The examples associated with the human being is the marriage in between the colorblind male and normal vision females. Now we in detail discuss about or solve these cross. First of all, we taken the parents. The parent is, this is the colorblind male, is married with normal vision female, that is the normal female. Now the genotype of these parent is the colorblind male, they are possessing the genotype XCY, while the normal female they are possessing the X plus X plus. Now it produces the gametes, it produces the XC and Y, these two gametes, it produces the X plus, because the both X chromosome they are normal visions. Now during the fertilizations in F1 generation, they form two offsprings. One is having the X plus XC genotype, while other is having the X plus Y genotype offspring. The first offspring is having the hybrid variety or heterozygous variety, or it is also called as the carrier female, because of the one X chromosome is possessing the colorblind genes, while the other offspring it is a normal. This is the carrier female, this is the normal male. Now in second generation, or for the offspring of the F2 generations, we are selfing the F1, or F1 is crossed, that is the F1 is crossed with the F1, that is the X plus XC is crossed with the X plus Y, the genotype of the F1, means the carrier female is crossed with the normal male. Now it produces the following gametes, that is the X plus and XC. These two gametes they are produced by the female, carrier female, while the X plus and Y, these two gametes is produced by the normal males. Now in F2 generation, there is occurrence or the formations of four different types of offspring. The first offspring is X plus X plus, it is the normal vision female, normal female. The second type of offspring is X plus Y, this is the normal male. The third offspring, they are possessing the X plus and XC type of genotype, this is the carrier female. In fourth offspring, it having the genotype XCY, this is the colorblind male. Now the ratio of these F2 generations, it showing the four different type of offspring, means genotypically there is the four, that is the X plus X plus X plus X plus Y, X plus XC and XCY. When we are discussing about the phenotypically ratio of these cross, there is the 3:1 the 3 offspring is the normal and 1 offspring is the colorblind male. Now overall, when we focusing about the overall presentations of these cross, it is very clear that the parent, that is the colorblind male, they are having the genes which is responsible for the color blindness. Now it carrying these genes in the next generation, that is in the female, they are carrier, but they are expressing in the second generation, that is the F2 generation, and this type of transmissions of the such sex-linked inheritance from grandfather to the grandson is called as a crisscross inheritance. And in this way we focus the sex-linked inheritance with the color blindness example. Thank you very much.